Coming up now in your spoiler-free wrestling news rundown, we've got the latest updates on Cody Rhodes and the WrestleMania 40 main event. And we've got updates on WWE continuing to distance themselves from Brock Lesnar. And we've got news on Giulia possibly taking part in a new Joshi promotion in Japan. All that and more coming up now. Okay, everyone. Ever since Friday night, the closing moments of SmackDown, when it appeared that Cody Rhodes stepped aside to allow The Rock to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, we don't know if that's what's happening just yet. They noted on commentary on Raw last night that match is not official. We'll find out more at the press event from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas on Thursday. But what we do know is that WWE does appear to be leaning into the controversy. So up on your screen now, this is an article from eWrestlingNews.com. And they reported that these signs, these hashtag We Want Cody signs, were passed out to fans in attendance, unless these were some rogue fans that wanted to help others support Cody Rhodes. The belief is that this was WWE handing these out, and they certainly showed many of these signs on screen. So it does appear that WWE is leaning into the angle at least a little bit now. Also, Cody Rhodes, he took to social media halfway through the show on Raw. So this was after the opening segment with Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, but before his bull rope match with Shinsuke Nakamura to close the show. So Cody Rhodes just writes, "Appreciate the passion. God bless y'all, but trust me." And I think Cody Rhodes is a little bit more trustworthy when he says that than Jake Roberts was. So Cody Rhodes appears to be sending a message to fans saying, "I hear you, thank you, but we've got a plan. Something is going to happen here." Now, another bit of news came out concerning The Rock versus Roman Reigns, and this was released by Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, and he mentioned on Wrestling Observer Radio that the deal for The Rock to main event WrestleMania against Roman Reigns was actually part of the deal that The Rock agreed to when he joined the TKO board of directors. That was officially announced in late January. However, Meltzer is saying that the actual deal for The Rock to come in was made on January 3rd. So Meltzer said when Rock made the deal on January 3rd to come in, facing Roman at WrestleMania was part of the deal. Why Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble is a question that I cannot answer because nobody will answer it for me. And so he also wrote that outside of Nick Khan and Ari Emanuel, few people were aware that this deal had been made and that Roman and Rock were going to face each other at WrestleMania. However, Meltzer would later add here on Twitter that my buddy Jay told me that since his tweets are private, I probably should note that the idea that Paul Levesque didn't know about Rock signing with the company and him wrestling Reigns when he booked the Rumble is clearly not the case. He knew exactly what he was doing. So Triple H very likely was in on this, but it was a well-kept secret amongst Ari Emanuel, Nick Khan, The Rock, most likely Triple H, probably some I would imagine the rest of the people on the TKO board of directors. So now some other reports have come out about that match. PW Insider's Mike Johnson published a report saying that The Rock is 100% going to perform at WrestleMania, and there is no scenario where he doesn't face Reigns on the grandest stage of them all unless something unforeseen happens, such as an injury. So, according to PW Insider, this is all locked in. The Rock is definitely going to wrestle. I will say this, and I've been following wrestling news for a very long time. Nobody knows what's going to happen here. We will all find out what is going to happen on Thursday. Well, we'll find out more about what is going to happen on Thursday at that press event in Las Vegas. Other notes that are out there regarding the WrestleMania 40 main event. It was also mentioned that booking the T-Mobile Arena is not something you can do on just a few days' notice, and that the T-Mobile Arena, which is where the press event will be on Thursday, was booked well in advance with people knowing that The Rock was going to be there. I mean, Did they know The Rock was going to be there as part of the WrestleMania main event, or if he was going to be there on part of the TKO board? Who knows? A very disappointing part of this news story concerns The Rock's daughter, Ava, who, of course, is in a general manager type role on the NXT brand. And she wrote on X that she's actually received death threats as a result of the angle, which is just ridiculous. So she wrote on X, "Can y'all just leave me out of this, FFS? I'm busy running a show." And then later, she writes, and this is from an SE Scoops article. She writes, "Death threats over a situation I have nothing to do with, BFFR," which I had to Google to find out basically means be for real. And later, yeah, she either deleted her account, or I think you can sort of delete your account and then just take it offline for like 30 days or something. Maybe she just did that, but it appears that fans basically bullied The Rock's daughter off of Twitter. So this is getting a little nuts. Brock Lesnar has been removed from the cover of a special edition of the WWE 2K24 video game, which is scheduled to be released early next month. So you can see this is from a tweet from the SmackDown Hotel, which is my go-to source for anything wrestling video game related. And you can see on the left here, where my little scrolly guy is, Brock Lesnar's face right next to The Undertaker. And then if you go over to the right, this is what is being advertised now. It's a much bigger John Cena in place of where Brock Lesnar used to be. And of course, this is the latest in a string of ways that WWE has looked to distance themselves from Lesnar following allegations that were in Janelle Grant's lawsuit against WWE, Vince McMahon, and John Laurinaitis. Those allegations included sensitive videos and pictures being sent to a WWE roster member who is described as a former UFC heavyweight champion. And also there are allegations that Vince McMahon used a sexual encounter with Janelle Grant as a bargaining chip in contract negotiations with a high-profile WWE star that the Wall Street Journal later reported to be Brock Lesnar. So in addition to being removed from the cover of the WWE 2K24 special edition of the game, this website doesn't like that I'm using an ad blocker. He was also removed from the Supercard mobile game and that's the same company, 2K. So he was removed from that. Now, in terms of him actually being removed from the WWE 2K24 video game, we're not sure if that's the case. It might. So the SmackDown Hotel has written here, Brock Lesnar being removed from the cover doesn't necessarily mean he won't be in the game. Until further notice from 2K, we'll continue to list him as confirmed on the roster page. It could be difficult for them to remove Brock Lesnar from the game at this late a date, so we're not really sure. We'll find out, I guess, on March 5th when the game comes out. Just a little other news I checked, and Brock Lesnar's bio still appears on WWE.com. However, if you search for Vince McMahon's bio, you can get his dad's biography, but Vincent Kennedy McMahon's profile has been removed from WWE.com. I think that's significant. All right, there is a bunch of news out there currently regarding the Joshi scene in Japan. So up on your screen now, that's Giulia. She's the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Champion, one of the biggest stars of Stardom. Now, at a Stardom show on Sunday, it was announced that the founder of the company, Rossy Ogawa, has been fired by Bushiroad. So Ogawa founded the company, sold it to Bushiroad, and believed he would then be in a position like he was the head of creative basically after that. However, there have been reports over the last 9 months that Bushiroad has been overruling him on booking decisions, and that Ogawa has grown frustrated with the company and is interested in leaving and starting a new promotion. Now, his contract, Rossy Ogawa, was to expire in mid-February. However, the Bushiroad publicly fired him on Sunday and then accused him of attempting to poach Stardom talent for his new promotion. Now, Ogawa took part in an interview with Tokyo Sports earlier this week, and he denied the accusations that he was poaching talent for a new promotion, but he did confirm that he is indeed starting a new promotion. Now, there was some news concerning Giulia here, and this came out again from Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. He said on Wrestling Observer Radio that Giulia is very loyal to Rossy Ogawa and will be leaving Stardom soon to help Ogawa start this new promotion in Japan. And that's big news because I think a lot of people expected Giulia to sign with a Major League American promotion shortly, and she is expected to go to a major American wrestling promotion in the future, but not after she sticks around and helps Ogawa get this new Joshi promotion in Japan started up. I'm not going to tell you which major American wrestling promotion that she's expected to sign with after she helps Ogawa with this promotion, but that information is out there if you want it. I've just decided not to tell you for the purposes of not maybe giving you a spoiler. New Japan Pro Wrestling has a big event coming up on Sunday in Osaka. It's the New Beginning in Osaka. And they announced, I don't know, weeks ago that the United Empire and the Bullet Club War Games would meet in a 5-on-5 steel cage match on the show. They just announced or confirmed that this match will be contested under War Games rules. Although they don't mention anything about there being 2 rings, so I'm assuming that this is just 1 ring and 1 cage. However, NJPW 1972 writes of the match rules, in a format similar to team cage matches overseas, the match will begin as a singles contest with a new member added to the match every 2 minutes. Finlay has declared that the War Dogs will have the advantage. Oh, that's easy. He just declared it. So his wrestlers making their entrance first and alternating until all 10 men are in the match. From that point on, a pinfall or submission will decide the bout. So modern day War Games rules with pins and submissions, most likely without a roof on the cage and probably just 1 ring. But that's an interesting match, and they've got a good card for Sunday that some of you may want to check out. So this is the New Beginning in Osaka, February 11th on New Japan World. Okay, so you got Bishiman versus Callum Newman and Great Khan. So basically just some preliminary matches. Might want to skip over. But then we've got possibly the last ever singles match between Kazuchika Okada and Hiroshi Tanahashi will be on this show on Sunday. We'll also see the IWGP Tag Team titles on the line, as the Gorillas of Destiny team of Hikuleo and El Phantasmo will take on Bullet Club's Chase Owens and Kenta. And then we'll have a special singles match featuring Zack Sabre Jr. and Bryan Danielson. That'll be very good. And then we've got the Steel Cage War Games match. So that is 4. That is like 4 great matches they've got lined up for Sunday in Osaka. Okay, so Booker T missed NXT Vengeance Day. He had a medical procedure done. However, he didn't mention what medical procedure he was having done. However, he did go into a little bit more detail while on his Hall of Fame podcast recently. So up on your screen now is some transcriptions from those comments, and this is from Fightful. And he says, first of all, I want to thank everybody for all the support and all the well wishes telling me to get well and get back on track. I'm going to get back as soon as I can. I'm going to take a couple of weeks off, but rest assured I will be back live and in living color, doing it like it's supposed to be done. But I'm going to take these days off to relax. I'm relaxing. And he did mention that this isn't what he's dealing with isn't too serious. So he continued, I had a medical procedure. I don't like putting my business out there. If I was dying, I'd let you guys know. I ain't dying. I ain't dead yet or anything like that. It is something that's going to keep me down for a couple of weeks. I don't like being down. I like being on the go and working out. That's been my thing for forever. He just goes on about that. So Booker T, going to be back in a couple of weeks. Not too serious is basically the message that he wanted to convey. All right. And we also have a health update on Jim Ross. So Jim Ross last Thursday announced that he had surgery done to treat cancer that was on his right hip. And of course, we know Jim has had numerous health problems in recent years, not the least of which was a battle with skin cancer he had in 2021. He had radiation treatment done on his leg to treat the skin cancer, and he's dealt with complications from the radiation burn ever since. So Jim Ross just wrote on X recently that he's actually gone in for another surgery as well. So loading up on your screen now. So Ross wrote yesterday, another successful surgery, hopefully need your prayers. And then Conrad Thompson, who of course does the Grill and JR podcast with Jim Ross, provided a little update on Twitter today. He wrote, just FaceTimed with JR, and he's in great spirits and thinking he will get to go home soon. His nurses are taking great care of him, and his lovely daughter is there helping run point. He asked me to let everyone know the latest, and if you don't mind, throw one up for him. So JR in good spirits, but he did have to have another surgery again recently. We don't know what that surgery was for, and we know he had a surgery on Thursday as well. So all the best out there to Jim Ross. And Jim Ross also wrote on X today in response to news that Toby Keith has passed away at 62 after a battle with stomach cancer. Toby Keith is someone who actually performed in TNA wrestling previously, and TNA put up this message in regards to Toby Keith's death. They wrote, "We are deeply saddened to learn of the passing of country music legend Toby Keith, who appeared on the very first TNA event. We offer our condolences to his friends and family." And Jim Ross wrote, "My heart is heavy today upon hearing that my friend Toby Keith has left us. I'm so sad. A true man's man, Boomer Sooner, Big T." And some other news. Natalya did an interview with Fightful, and there are some rumors swirling around that there could be a movie in the works having to do with the Hart family. Of course, The Iron Claw was a very successful movie about the Von Erichs. And so there's been some rumors that Natalya may have met with Rory Culkin, maybe some others, about the possibility of a movie being done on the Hart family. She would neither confirm nor deny those movie reports. While speaking with Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, she just said that the Hart family has many incredible stories. So could the Hart family be the next wrestling story turned into a live action movie? We'll just have to wait and see. Unfortunately, some really unfortunate news from Japan yesterday. So the Act Res promotion announced that one of their performers, Asahi, was killed in an unexpected accident recently. She was only 21 years old. She was trained by the Ice Ribbon promotion, and she performed there for many years until leaving for the Act Res promotion in March of 2023. So the promotion wrote, "We would like to inform you that Asahi, a member of our company, has passed away due to an unexpected accident. We would also like to inform you that the Shinkiba performance on February 9 has been canceled for the time being. We will inform you about the future within the next day or two. We would like to express our gratitude to everyone who has supported Asahi so far," and an outpouring of support for the young wrestler, just 21 years old. Some reports have stated it was a car accident, but that can't be confirmed. And there are those that believe that might have been a misinterpretation or a mistranslation of other reports, but regardless of how it happened, 21 years old. That's awful. And finally, WWE NXT tonight is from the Performance Center in Orlando and will feature all the fallout from Vengeance Day on Sunday. Here is what is scheduled for the show. We will have Nathan Fraser and Axiom team up to take on Malik Blade and Idris Anofi in tag team action. We also have Riley Osborne of Chase U going up against Lexus King. That should be interesting. We'll see Roxanne Perez take on Lola Vice after Lola Vice cashed in her breakout tournament contract to make it a triple threat match at Vengeance Day. I think Roxanne Perez maybe has a gripe with Lola Vice for doing that, and they'll settle it tonight. Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin are going to celebrate their Dusty Cup. What will the Wolf Dogs get up to on NXT? And of course, probably the thing most people are looking forward to, Carmelo Hayes will explain his dastardly actions against Trick Williams at Vengeance Day. That's all tonight on NXT, and that's going to do it for this video, everyone. Thanks once again. Please remember to click the subscribe button, the like clicky thing, and the notifications bell, and I'll see you again next video.